What the fuck?
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
Oh shit! Oh snap!
Fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like a Pino. Think I'm part Italian. Women on Gino. Snowflake a medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Yo, this is from myself. And a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves. That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
What she say?
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
This nigga don't fucking listen.
Fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Fed up getting thick, so I put it on display.
That nigga used my offense. Pause. Y'all see the nigga with the New Orleans offense? I'm out of here, bro. I know that playbook like I'm running with my ass. It is cold. What, nipples hard? Y'all want to see some hard nipples? DB comparison. Whoa. You both four.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
If I get
nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
I'm gonna get my X Factor ability with him, and I'm gonna be able to see his defensive plays.
Set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings.
I might not even get it off.
And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Yeah, I might not even be able to get it off. I want to try to see if I can do it.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On the return is Peterson.
That nigga Cat got 0 defense.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them.
Oh my!
They take over here.
I'm about to be reading the nigga defensive plays real easy. They gotta get some passes, man. Let's start out with a cool 10-yard out.
First down, Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looks good on the extra point.
Fuck, it's cold, bro, but I have to open a window. Fuck.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Niggas just chilling in fucking drawers, no shirt.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Bro, what is Bo doing? I'm gonna take the
and they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Christian
and on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Second down 6 at the 29-yard line.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Throwing, Bridgewater.
Oh, good
He'll
shit.
have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
You about to make me
You can
come
see
out
the
of
time
man.
and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey
Good shit.
pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
I don't think he's on that.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And this
That's out
one
of bounds.
taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Watch Christian McCaffrey.
Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now it's Peterson. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And
Actually,
that's
never
great.
did that.
In the
Now
playoffs,
start
but you
over.
know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least
I wanna
one home
use
game
this
in the
nigga's
playoffs, and
X
that's what
factor
you're really
ability.
seeking. But there also is
I
a nice
wanna
margin for
use
error for
it.
this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 9
I
on
wanna
the play,
use it.
and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
The
I know
Titans say
most
he's
of
gonna
the time
beat
when
the
the ball's
coach.
in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a
I'm
big
gonna beat
part
the
of
coach.
any
I'm coming
passing
this
offense
time. He
nowadays.
on a 3-game win streak. I think he only ahead division by 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll throw again. Winston. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 10 yards. Good for his Saints. First down.
I see you.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Ready? 125. Hey.
This should be a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Steps away to his left. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Man, that 87 throwing run with Jameis Winston, though.
Now Jones. And
That
he
shit fucking
is in
sucks
for the
sometimes.
score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this
I'm
first
surprised his ass
half.
ain't
And the
overthrowing
Saints
through a
able
pick.
to stretch that lead out further.
Cause nigga, I be trying to throw in the run with that nigga. He throw a straight pick. It be overthrown and shit.
Let's
The
look
nigga be
down
on the
the
left
extra
side. The
point.
nigga throw it all the way to the right side, bro. Like what the fuck?
And it's good to make it 14-0.
But Jameis Winston, my dog, though. I got him to 86 overall when he was like a 79.
He went off last season.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
MVP races. Ooh, that's not good.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hold on. Hold on. Bro, I take the 30 seconds. I mean, take this shit off the Wi-Fi. I got this app, and I see everybody that's on my Wi-Fi, and I can kick their ass off of it. Cool. Fuck.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script
Oh,
plays.
K.C. Jackson, you're supposed to pick that off.
Start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down
Alex
2
Pitt, only thing
touchdowns
had to do
early,
was jump.
probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay
I
with
can
it.
tell
I don't think
that.
they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another, and he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Come on, man.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
That's a gain of 4.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And
Let's fucking go, Chauncey.
And incomplete.
Chauncey Gardner.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
I mean, he's fast, but not better than CJ.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
I rather take the
Eventually
shot.
taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack in this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that
Henry
goes back to
Ruggs
their
got
practice and
98
game planning.
speed.
They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And the key number on that play,
Pray for
3.
me, y'all. I need
3rd
4
play of
more.
the drive, 3rd down,
Let me dig in my
spectacular
playbook.
catch, turns
That's how to
into
do these.
a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
I really want to show y'all this X Factor.
Ready? Flag from the
Like, I
left.
really do.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Come on now, let's go.
I thought it was 5 plus.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw, Winston. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now to throw on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Winston now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Again, it's Winston. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the pressure gets to him again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
I'm just doing that just to try to get my shit. Let me see how this shit.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Reed, come see. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Come on, boy. Flip it. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Reed, come see.
That's what. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Winston to throw for it on 4th.
Let's go. I got it, y'all.
14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for 3rd quarter. I'm saving it. I'm about to take my field goal.
Anyway, extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly
whoever watching this, bro,
so far.
This is rare. It's between me and y'all. What you about to see from Jameis Winston
report. Coach,
is what you never seen in your life. This shit about to get crazy.
The 3rd quarter, the Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Look, you about to see what I'm talking about. And when you see this, bro, I want you to comment, do you like this or not? Hold on. I want to go to my favorite play.
I want y'all to tell me, do y'all like this? I'm about to look. I can see this nigga play. He's in cover 3. He got nigga right there in the flat. Bro, I can see this nigga play.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
And I just got sacked and I lost it.
He goes down.
God, bro!
And here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
I lost it.
Couldn't hang on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
He got McCaffrey returning.
And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater now. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he finds his target. It's short. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get
Now a run with McCaffrey. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
Bridgewater.
Woo!
Looking sideline.
He should have threw it to the 1 and the 2 on the left because it would have been a pick. About to say on beat.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown,
Nothing,
New Orleans. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility.
Kick return back?
But he was happy to do so there.
I know he mad. That was some shit.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
Oh! I'm not taking that angle. I am playing ball. I am playing ball. I'm going to jump in front of the ball. I'm not playing that type of angle, Madden. It's like they forced me to do that. And Patrick Peterson wasn't even going to swat it down if I jumped in front of the ball, which I was trying to do. Oh my God, bro. That is a pick 6.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
My nose.
Here's Bridgewater.
That's fucking Madden for you, bro. That is pick. I'm going for the fucking pick. I'm not going for no fucking angle to fucking ball.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I'm mad, bro. I'm pissed.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm pissed, bro.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 22, Winston. He's going to go up top. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 27, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Bro, they made me run right into him. Why would I run?
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Well, let's just have fun, you know. You already know what I'm about to do. Michael Thomas and figure it out.
Following the interception, Winston.
Don't ever jam my nigga up like that, little ass bitch. Flex on him, pussy.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
I respect him, though, for not quitting. That's respect.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Bro, what the Mario Davis.
He pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
So you telling me if you don't... This man, if he jumps, that is a pick. What's wrong with you fucking unathletic ass linebackers?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Unathletic ass bitches. I'm saying this 6.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
Damn, y'all.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
That's my fault.
On the catch there, brings up second
down. I was
down.
right there. But like,
if he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take them out. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Check 52.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Tough day,
I actually like
tough
that.
sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Check 99. Let's go.
To throw, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10.
Nowhere
Bro,
to
hey, why my
escape,
controller
and he goes
do that?
down. Cameron
I knew he was doing
Jordan,
that
he's the
Texas.
one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm running that same
It's
play.
been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's checking. Crack.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence, and the Saints will have the football back.
Ready. Black 22.
54 Mike. Man, that's trash.
Get under center.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
Oh,
use your
that is
timeouts
bad
in order
reading.
to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind,
That's
it'll also
bad
stop the
reading.
clock at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on out here. Come get it.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check. Fresno.
Winston now from the 50. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
And the Saints 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep and give him another
Let's go! Michael Thomas is a dog. He's a dog. We got him on steroids.
Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it to the next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Deuce, 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 deuce.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Bridgewater.
Oh, shit.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Michael Thomas went to fucking work. Let me see. Jameis Winston completed 88.2% of his passes, throwing for 270 yards. Completions 15, and I take it 17. That's pretty great. Pretty happy. With 0 interceptions. Michael Thomas said he catches 139 receiving. That's pretty good. His leading receiver was Christian McCaffrey. Well, no, it wasn't. But was it? Yeah, it was. Right. Damn. 4 sacks, 1 sack. These niggas getting their ass beat. That ain't never really happened. Marcus Lawrence went off. You make so many diving catches, or is there a way to do it, or that's what I'm saying. We press X. Let's see if I got any upgrade. On this week, I might start up my stream in a few more minutes. I gotta play another league game and I'm out of here.